Hi again, everyone. Today's video is about optimism, but also cautious optimism. You see, a lot of conversations in and around healthcare are usually about things that are not going right, things that are weighing us all down. And they're not for an incorrect reason either. Community healthcare and healthcare at large for a very, very long time has been bogged down by a variety of different problems. Community healthcare, especially with limitations of geography, with limitations to budget, with policy, they've suffered for a really, really long time. And there have been some good people leading the fight in terms of long term policy changes. Some of them are hopefully nearer to fruition than ever before. There's FQHC Stabilization Act, there's Rural Hospital Stabilization Act, both of which promise to not just get them infrastructure upgrades and contingency funds, but also pick up the fight for getting them better reimbursement rates. And these are changes that, as and when they happen, will have significant amount of results on healthcare, on everybody involved in healthcare. However, as we stand right now, these are all prospective changes. And prospective is the operational word here. It doesn't happen until it does happen. And even if it happened today, it's going to be quite a long time before we can actually see some tangible changes coming from it. So with that in mind, there are a few things that no matter how big or small you are, no matter where in the US you're located, no matter what kind of clinical specialty you're involved in, there are a few things that all revenue cycle leaders can do and should do. We recently did a webinar on 5 RCM changes that will 5x your returns. And in many ways, it was a distillation of everything that we've tried over the last couple of decades, things that have landed more times than not. Very happy that that webinar is out there. We had a lot of good engagement, a lot of questions coming back from the audience. So I'm glad it's out there. Very quickly to recap those 5 things. Number 1, no matter what your system is, harness your system's efficiency to the fullest. Number 2, build your SOPs, build your process documentation. Goes a long, long, long way. Number 3, this true culture of diagnosing why something wrong is happening, collaborating to actually fix it. That is where incremental improvements happen. Number 4, making the best use of technology for you. What works for somebody else, what is required for somebody else may not be the exact thing that you need at your practice. So adopt technology, but make the most judicious decision of where to adopt technology in your own setup. And number 5, when you look at your outstanding AR, prioritize it before you set out to resolve it. Every move, every touch has to be ROI accretive. So these are the 5 changes that we highly recommend. There's a link to the webinar that I'm hoping everybody can make use of. And while we sit down and continue to watch what's happening on the policy side, I think these things will help us navigate the right now and also beyond. So thank you everyone for listening, and I'll see you all in the next one.